Hi, welcome back to My Thoughts. It's your girl, Poe, and I am introducing a brand new segment on my channel. I don't know what to call it yet, but I got some amazing suggestions from some of you, and I'll get into that later, but it's where I want to discuss trending topics, internet happenings, social media drama, and I don't know, other reality TV and news or whatever, like basically talking about whatever the fuck I want. And some of you guys gave me some amazing suggestions on what to call it, such as potito time. Get it? Potito time. How adorable. My thoughts for my thoughts. Thought Tuesdays, which only will work if I post on Tuesdays, which I probably won't be posting on Tuesdays, so that won't work, but it's very cute. Someone also said rehash, which I freaking love. I'm probably leaning the most towards that. And there were a bunch of others, but I just can't go over all of them all. So maybe it should be called random rehash. I don't know where to look because for the first time I'm using my phone and I always use my laptop camera. And so my laptop, I keep wanting to look up here, but then I realize my phone is down here, so I have to look down here. Oh my God. So if I'm looking all over the place, that's why. I tried making one of these before when I covered Perfect Match and Love Island last week. And basically the point of these videos is to make them and post them as soon as possible. So therefore, there's going to be minimal editing. I'll do my best to kind of add visuals that are needed, but I'm mostly going to be talking. This is mostly going to be podcast style. If you're not familiar with podcasting, it's literally people sitting and just talking. So if this is not your type of content, you can click out of the video or just skip these segments. Okay? So without further ado, let's get into today's random rehash. Do we like that? I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Story number 1 is a little pop culture news. It's about Ariana Grande, and it's not good. So if you haven't heard, Ariana Grande did a podcast with Penn Badgley, and the hot topic initially was her drastic voice change, and that clip was going viral, but there's something else that is now gaining a lot of attention. Apparently, one of the questions asked was, who would you have dinner with, dead or alive? And of all the freaking people in the world that she could have chosen, she chose Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, but I was infatuated with serial killers when I was younger.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. Years ago, before the Dahmer series, before it was in a Q&A with fans, with young fans. It was young fans. It was with a parent. Someone said, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I was like, oh, you're so cute. Who, Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? Sure, I guess. What's the answer? And I was like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met him.
Wow.
Jeffrey Dahmer fulfilled his fantasies by murdering and dismembering 17 young men. In time, his desires became more extreme, his deeds more grotesque.
Here's an article by Newsweek.com. Ariana Grande has been called sick by the mother of one of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims after the pop star said that the serial killer was one of her dream dinner guests. Dahmer rose to notoriety after he murdered 17 men and boys in a spree of torture, dismemberment, essay, and even cannibalism between 1978 to 1991. His victims were mainly people of color, and he was known for storing their body parts in his fridge, disposing of them by flushing their body parts down the toilet, and even storing their bodies in huge vats in his apartment. The late killer also photographed many of his victims throughout the course of his assaults. During an appearance on the Podcrush podcast that went live earlier this month, Grande brought Dahmer into the discussion when she told hosts Penn Badgley, Sophia Ansari, and Nava Kavlin that she would like to sit down with him. Her comments were condemned by Shirley Hughes, the mother of Tony Hughes, who was a deaf, nonverbal man who Dahmer killed in 1991. His sister Barbara Hughes also weighed in on the comments, saying that Grande has glamorized Dahmer. She also expressed a desire for Grande to issue an apology so her fans would understand the issue. Moving on to the next story. I was scrolling through TikTok and I found a TikToker at Miss.Margaritaville. All right. She was eating a can of canned beans straight from the can with a fork. She was like literally putting her fork in the can and eating it from the can, which is actually not the main focus of the story. I just happened to find that a little disturbing. But the main focus is she found this weird object in it. Let me show you the video.
I'm eating my can of green beans.
What the f*** is that? What the
is that? Because I ate the majority of the fucking can until I felt that fucking shit. Did I just eat a fucking rat, you guys?
And people think it's a necrotized finger. Ew, that's horrific. All right, I don't know what it is, but it looks scary. So she called the FDA, she filed a complaint, then the company of the green beans contacted her and said, could you please freeze it? Because we're going to send you a kit where you can put the thing in and then send it back to us so that we can properly test it. And she's like, oh my God, but I already threw it in the trash. And they were like, it's really important. Could you please dig it out of the trash? So she had to dig it out of the trash, and she had to I don't know how she touched that thing and got it into the freeze. I felt so bad for her. She said she won't be able to eat for another 2 to 3 days.
And I just got a phone call from the company that makes those green beans. And they are sending me this testing kit thing in the mail. I have to freeze whatever the fuck that was. Also, I had to dig through my trash to find that because last night when I was having a meltdown, I threw it out. I couldn't look at it.
But I absolutely followed her account so I can get an update on whenever she hears back from them telling her what the fuck that was. Story number 3 I found on Daily Mail, and I'm just going to read it. Isla Adams, 36, has been exposing her boobs and her nether regions to the public. The content creator from Toronto said it's actually a nod to gender equality. I'm just having a bit of cheeky fun and challenging the status quo, she shared. Oh my God, are we really doing this? Nudity has been such an important part of my life. Okay, then go be nude somewhere else. Ugh. I do not understand anyone who has negative feelings towards anyone being naked. And here's a picture of her. Nice, okay. She continues. Oh God, please stop continuing. We're all born this way and we have to embrace our own bodies and we have to love everyone else's amazing bodies. Okay. Generally, Isla was received positively during her tour this month. Yeah, I'm sure she was by all the men. Although there have been some embarrassing moments. I was flashing on an elevator and a man walked in while I had my leg up on the wall. He was shocked and I was embarrassed. The rest of the ride down, she lightheartedly recalled. I have also had some negative comments, but I don't let the haters get me down. If you don't like it, don't look, she says. Most people don't even notice I'm doing anything, but if I do get caught, I'll smile and do a thumbs up and laugh. Tits can light up a person's day, she comedically added. For over 30 years, it has been legal for women to go topless in New York City, which, oh, it is? So I didn't know that. I think flashing is entertaining, but it's also a way of normalizing toplessness. All right, what do you guys think? Do you think women should just walk around topless, boob out, tits out, nips out, everything out? All right, shall we get into Love Island? Yes. Okay, so episode 15 was on last night. Just a few things I want to talk about. First, let's talk about iCarly. Her name is Nicole, but I call her iCarly because she looks so much like iCarly to me. So iCarly's mad at Kendall for wanting to explore new options, but he's only doing that because she told him that she wanted to get to know him and Miguel. But iCarly thinks that this was his opportunity for him to be a man and to show her how much he wants her.
That would have been the perfect moment for him to show that he doesn't care about this other guy I'm getting to know. He wants me and he's standing by it. That's hot. That's confident.
And so because he didn't do that, she's just disappointed. I mean, girl, no, that's not fair.
For me to be so honest with him about getting to know one guy, and if he's doing that out of spite, I don't care.
What the is going on over there, bro?
Yes, but he has to protect his heart because he's been taking L's back to back. I'm not giving him an L. I didn't give him an L. I said I still like you more than I like Miguel. And you know what? Now he hasn't ever once said to me he's open to getting to know. That's why I'm caught off guard. Yeah.
It's not fair for her to be pissed off at him. He was simply returning the energy that she was giving to him. Does everybody agree? Why can't he get to know other people when you just told him that you wanted to get to know Miguel? Next, let's talk about Serena and Cordell. Oh my God, was anyone else's heart just broken, shattered when Serena left the dance floor and Cordell was just looking for her? Where is she? Oh. Y'all, I love Cordell. I really do. I have the biggest, fattest crush on him. I would enter the villa just for him. So, Love Island producers, you can call me. Ariana, you can call me. Except the only thing I'm worried about is if I enter the villa, they would introduce me as not the bombshell, but the bomb scare. All right? I would scare all the boys away. They'd take one look at me and they'd go, ah! and they'd run away. And that's just the truth. So Serena goes out on a date with Nigel, and I must have missed it because I do other things while I watch. Or maybe they just didn't show it, but apparently Nigel wanted to kiss Serena and Serena declined because, it's a slow burn. She takes a while, but she pranked Cordell and told him that she did make out with him. And the look on Cordell's face, oh my God. I was like, please stop putting him through this. And then as soon as she was like, oh, I'm just kidding, the relief. Oh, he's so adorable.
So we made out. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's so adorable. I want them to work out so bad because I just want happiness for Cordell. I just don't know how Serena feels. Like, yes, I do think she cares about him and she likes him, but does she really like him? Or is she playing the game? What do you guys think? I can't get a read on her. I like her. I do like her, but I don't know if I like her for Cordell. She is, I don't know. I just don't want his heart to be broken by her, Another one of the bombshells, I can't remember his name, the dude with the curly hair. When he introduces himself, he's like, yeah, I'm here to find love. I want to settle down. I'm sick of the one night stands and the casual hookups. He's 24 and the rest of the guys are looking at him like, yeah, sure, dude. Like nobody believes him. I'm not saying that 24-year-olds can't settle down or, get married or anything. I just don't believe he wants to settle down right now. He chose Janae to take out on a date, and I thought they had a great connection. I really liked them together. Cassidy chooses Miguel to take out on a date, and they kiss and make out, and she's like, oh my God, it was such a good kiss, but I don't know, it's just whatever. I don't really like Miguel. He comes off a little slimy to me. I just don't trust him. Yeah, there's just something off. When he first came into the villa, I was like, he's hot. So hot, but he's moving a little weird. I don't trust him. Now, towards the end of this episode, Rob confronts Leah about Andrea going home. And he tells her, Liv told me it was mainly you who drove that vote. Like you wanted Andrea off. And Leah goes, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I can't imitate her either. In my head, I feel like I could. But then when I say it, it doesn't sound anything like her. So Rob's like, I already talked to Liv and she confirmed. And Leah goes, Liv, come here. I need to talk to you. And then they start arguing. Liv says, yeah, you told Rob that you had no part in the vote. And Leah goes, no, I never said that. I said I took a back seat. And they're arguing semantics pretty much, in my opinion, because they're like, okay, what does taking a back seat mean to you? Because Liv has a different definition. Leah has a different definition. Does it mean that you're not involved at all? And you just stay out of it completely? Or does it mean you sprinkled in your thoughts, but for the most part, you stayed quiet? Let me play this clip.
I've heard that you were claiming you had no part in it. And
I never said I had no part in it. What?
You took a back seat. Back seat.
In back seat, I meant to the whole thing.
It was just as vocal as we were.
No, you're not f***ing understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying to there, shut the f*** up.
You talk shit about him, you talk shit about Andrea, and you
what did I say about Andrea?
Own it.
I never said like, oh my God.
Can you just wake the f up?
Now everyone is watching them argue and fight, and Serena walks right up and she's like, no, I'm not letting you guys gang up on Leah, which I did appreciate. Like, I feel like Leah is such a good friend. I mean, not Leah, Serena is such a good friend. And if I were there, I would want Serena as my friend.
What we're not about to do is gang up on Leah.
I'm not ganging up.
So I'm gonna bring my ass over here. We can clear some shit up right now.
So I did appreciate that. But then Rob is like, you know what, Leah, I just want you to know my door's shut. Okay, we're done. And he walks away to go into his emo little corner and, I don't know, film some sad, depressing scene all by himself. And Leah starts to cry. Now, what I really want to see is that uncut, unedited, full version of the scene of the girls at the fire pit when they decided who to vote. Like, who brought up Andrea's name? And who voted for who? And what did every single person say when Andrea's name was brought up? I want to know. Oh, and right before that, Leah and Connor talk, and Leah officially breaks it off with Connor, and Connor's like, yeah, I knew this would happen. And she's like, I'm so sorry, Connor. It's not you. It's totally me. You're the nicest guy, and I just have a lot of fucking problems. I need to go home and go straight to therapy.
You're too good for me. I think you're like a really good person, and I think like I just have like a lot of weird shit going on. You're just so like put together. And then there's me.
Okay, Leah is a very controversial, polarizing character. Some people freaking love her. They're diehard Leah fans, and some people can't stand her. They hate her. Where do you stand? I want to know. She has her shitty moments for sure, but she's also great reality TV, and she has some great one-liners. So I do appreciate her giving me chuckles and laughs. I cannot wait for tonight's episode. In the preview, we did get a Casa Amor sign, and I'm just like, we cannot be getting Casa Amor anytime soon. We can't. There aren't enough strong connections. The only strong connection we have is Kayla and Aaron, and that's not enough. We need at least 2 more. We need at least 2 more solid couples, and then we can go to Casa Amor. I want Rob to be in a solid couple before going to Casa Amor because I want to know what Rob does. Please, the mistake that they make in US in the past is going to Casa Amor too early. In the UK, they do it right, but also the seasons are longer on UK. They generally have more time and more episodes before they go to Casa Amor. Have you guys watched Love Island Australia? It's not on right now, but they don't even do a Casa Amor. I think they did it for the first time, and I was like, what is Love Island without Casa Amor? That's lame. So yeah, at least US is giving Casa Amor, but we just need a little bit more connections. Well, my lovely tater thoughts, that is it for Random Rehash. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!